All right, thank you guys for being here. Obviously, first and foremost, give you an update on Karmelo Overton. Our thoughts and prayers are with him. We're still running some tests. He's at a local hospital, but I do ask Tiger fans to continue to keep him in your thoughts and prayers, and keep our fingers crossed for a healthy recovery. And as soon as we find out something, we'll make sure. But I appreciate all the Tiger fans out there and all those people that watched on national television that are keeping him in his thoughts and prayers. So, with that being said, also, what a great way to celebrate Military Appreciation Day, and what a neat way, to celebrate a win on national television again, and then, in honor of Veterans Day that's coming up. So excited, and we're so grateful for our military, all those that have served in the past and that continue to serve and protect us in this great country. It's an honor. Found a way to win a football game. They're all hard in college football. We know that. They're all four quarters games. Some really good things and some ugly things, and that's the nature of it. Things to improve upon. Clearly, I know the questions will come about why the slow start on offense. Lack of execution by everybody involved, and that starts with me as the head coach. I've got to do a better job of making sure that we're prepared and ready to rock and roll. And then at the end of the day, making the routine things routine things. Everybody's got to do their job, and everybody's got to do the job better. But I told the guys in the locker room, there's a lot to be cleaned up. And I know our guys will hopefully get fresh, get healthy, get well, and return for another national television game next Saturday night back at home, which is going to be a meaningful game for so many of our seniors in this wonderful stadium.
How impressed were you with what you guys were able to do on the ground?
Frank, I think part of it, and you and I have had this discussion even in the press conferences, it's like, what's the defense going to give us? And we always want to be the aggressor, right, as an offense. We always want to take what they give us. We knew it was a very, very tough pass defense. In fact, I was told they were averaging 159, and I guess statistically that's exactly what we produced. And so they allowed some run lanes to be there. The offensive line, tight ends, everything wasn't perfect. Receivers in the blocking game. But it was great to see Mario get going and break some runs and do some things. But we still left yards out there, and that's the beautiful thing about that. And then even more, I'll put a smile on my face saying, man, it was good to have Brandon Thomas back. And I know you guys were going to ask. I was sitting there thinking exactly of you when we handed the ball off on 3rd and 2. And, if I don't go for him on 4th and 1, I bet he's going to ask about analytics. And then I thought about you when they punted with 8:55 left in the game, down 2 scores. I bet you were writing, man, they have a 3% chance to win the football game. So, but at the end of the day, it was good to get the run game going. We obviously got to be better in the pass game, and that involves everybody. But please, obviously, when you can run the football effectively, I wish we had a way to end the game with the ball in our hands, because that means you're really in a 4-minute situation in the game the way we needed to.
So, at the end of the 3rd quarter, whatever happens, scrummage, the penalties on everybody. What did you see from what happened?
Yeah, that's the first time every single person in the entire box, from me to the backup left guard to our director of player relations to their starting quarterback, every single person in the entire field on the sidelines got unsportsmanlike. It got a little chippy. We know it was going to be a tough fought game, right? Again, I'll remind everybody, that's the exact same team that beat the brakes off of Navy last week. And we know what Navy is capable of. That's the exact same team that beat UTSA. So they play a physical brand of football, and it got a little chippy there. I appreciate our guys trying to walk away, because we got to be smart, right? It does us no good. But when it was all said and done, I'm glad the game was able to end without anything stupid by both sides, and I wish them the rest of the season.
Rachel?
We talked a lot during the week about the attitude of this team and the grit they would show tonight. What did you think with their grit tonight, what they showed?
Yeah, we use the word perseverance a lot, right? And one of the questions you even asked, I remember vividly because you asked me, was the season a failure? We have too much to play for, and the guys will show it by the way they work. They work their tails off. They care. They love each other. They love playing for this university, and to me, it just speaks volumes about the type of young men and the culture that they've helped build. And so they know that no matter what, we're going to keep fighting and keep swinging away. I don't know how many football games we have left, but all we can do is focus on this one and then learn from it and then focus on the next one. But I was just so proud of them, because it's easy this time of year, right? Who wants it more? And that's what it comes down to. I talk to head coaches throughout the country, and a lot of them don't like their team and don't think their guys are playing very hard. I'll never doubt the amount of effort that our guys will show. And to me, it's just as important, what do they look like in the team meeting on Sunday? what do they look like on a Tuesday practice when I'm chewing their tail out in period 14? But their response has been phenomenal, and it's such an honor, and it's been a pleasure to watch these guys continue to fight, swing away, no matter what happened in the previous game. We will learn from those things, but we take that rearview mirror off, we learn from it, we rip it down, and we got our blinders on, we focus on the next task ahead.
Coach, you had some success going hurry up now on offense. What goes behind the decision to go tempo offense for this way?
Yeah, Sam, I mean, obviously we were pretty mundane, for lack of a better term, on offense early. We just got nothing going. And, you know, you look at some of the success we've had our last few weeks in 2-minute situations, and it's easy, right? Everybody says, well, just run what you run on 2 minute. Well, you know, teams are usually running some drop 8, doing different things, right? Trying to be a bend but don't break defense. But reality, when you have a really, really intelligent quarterback, like I go back and we've had really smart quarterbacks from Brady White, even before him, Riley Ferguson, and Seth, and sometimes those really smart quarterbacks actually like to take their time, like, let me see the whole picture. But I thought that there's some things during that game. We went in there with more tempo runs than we ever had, some tempo passes. I thought, hey, this may be a chance to take advantage of it. They're really stout up front and find ways to maybe sneak some things here or there. And I thought we could have even been more effective. But we have to have in our arsenal. It's something we practice every week, and I'm glad it's able to come to fruition for parts of the game today.
Hey, Coach, Chandler Martin, make the case why he should be an All-American. I know you don't like to single out players, but every game he does something that gives his team something to play for and help them win.
Yeah, Terry, you said Chandler Martin. Yeah, I mean, finding that ball, he has a knack for it. We talk about it all the time, Terry. And he's just such a great young man too. That's what I love about him. But it found the ball on the 5-yard line, got on it. Probably had 100 tackles again. I think he's an All-American. I truly do. You know, he does it right. I mean, whether it's intercepting, making tackles, being a leader, finding ways. He's got a great knack for the football. I don't like to single out individuals, but you know, he's certainly the leader of our defense, and he's playing at an All-American level. And so any individual accolades, he'd be the first to tell you it doesn't matter as long as we win football games and play well in defense. But he certainly deserves a lot of credit for the fantastic season he's had.
I knew you just Carmelo earlier, but just how hard is it when that happens for you mentally, and then to tell the team how to get past that?
Yeah, it's, you know, the health and safety, and I've told you guys this all the time, of our players is my number one concern. It's like my family, you know, and so when stuff like that happens, it hurts you. You know, you're like, man, all right, there goes one of my boys down on the ground. And so you sit there and you think, okay, you know, hope he's okay. Part of me is, you know, man, maybe I want to go get in the hospital with him, you know, jump in the back of the ambulance, just like all of us would for somebody we care about. But I tell our guys, hey, let's go play football. Let's go play football for one of our brothers. You know, he was able to talk, he was able to communicate, and those things, hey, there's some positives there. So let's go play football, and let's go play for him. And I think our guys get it. You know, it weighs in the back of your mind. You don't ever want it to like, oh, that's not important. It's vastly important. It's the first thing that's on my mind. But you got to have focus and go play football for the rest of it. And I know Karmelo would say, man, get your butt back out there, lift your chin up, and go play ball.
Coach, Vandenberg had a very, very great game. Perfect from the field. Knock on wood.
Absolutely.
The kicking was in the past.
Gosh, I hope so, right? Wouldn't it be great just to talk about how positive our kicking game is? It would make me and you both very, very happy, and Tiger fans alike. But, yeah, so proud of Tristan. We know what he's been able to do on kickoffs, and then to go out there and do an excellent job with the field goals and boom them through. You know, I'm just proud. That takes a lot of mental toughness. And, you know, I don't know how to judge mental toughness of kickers other than going up there, line up and making kicks, and quite pleased with him. We're going to need to continue to rely on him to be successful for the rest of the season.
Thanks, Coach.
You want one more? Go ahead.
One more for Rachel. I saw it real quick.
You talking about Carmelo, I know you were out there with him on the field, kind of right after everything happened. Was he able to say anything to you? Did you have any words with him before he was called off?
Yeah, I just told him to take care of himself, and he was able to have a conversation and know that we were talking to him, and you know, we'll figure out how he's doing. But again, I continue to ask for everybody's prayers for him. Thank you.